Hello, everybody. It's that time of the evening again with another exciting, fun-packed and probably slightly miserable edition of the North Bank Summit tonight. We'll be discussing the disappointment of yesterday and the transfer window and whatever else we feel like, really, to be honest. Tonight, one's, what's the word I'm looking for? Excited? Yeah, I'll go with that one. To be joined by three very incredibly sexy men. You know, this could well be an OnlyFans, but it's not. So there you go. Anyway, if I get myself into even more trouble, I will start with Liam. Hey there, my friend.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Bit better than I was this morning.
It's I'll get you. Things. There you go. And Jonesy, a treat tonight because Andy Mockler is apparently on the catwalk in Milan. I don't know how true that is, but he's not here tonight. So we've got you. How you doing, my friend?
Not too bad, mate. Late addition to the team, but yeah, no, happy to be here. Feeling all right, mate. Bit like Liam was a bit pissed off yesterday. I can only describe it as being, in the night when you're in a nightclub and the lights come on, and it's that realization, that shock of getting a gut punch. That's what it felt like yesterday.
But then it does depend what you're going home with.
No points. That's what we went home with.
It could be a treat. Or it could be a shocker. I mean, me and Liam were a test of that. We both had some adventures. And last and certainly no means least.
Yeah,
George,
not bad,
doing,
mate. Tired because I was at I was at Wembley yesterday, so I was quite tired. But yeah, Coldplay.
What was it?
Yeah,
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Fantastic!
I needed that. It was quite funny because I was trying to listen to the game, like actually sitting in upper tier, and then they kept like putting on this like big massive orchestra, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to listen to this, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was good. But yeah, a bit like Liam, I was a bit annoyed. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm probably more not positive about the result, but I've not lost my head like some people have.
No, that's the sad thing with social media these days, and we're all in different groups and this and that, and it's if we win, it's a lovely place.
That's what I said. If we win, we're the best players in the world.
And attention seeking, and it's going to be like that all season, sadly, and the pressure has probably never been on Arteta so much, so we might as well crack on with it. I mean, the starting lineup, obviously, we knew a few weeks. We'd heard Ben White had picked up an injury. We knew Odegaard had come off with looked like a shoulder injury. Christian Norgard, he's got the Arsenal curse as soon as he joined. We haven't seen him since. So we were, and arguing about the starting lineup. And Liam, I don't know about you, but when I see Mikel Merino's name, and I'm not having a go at him, he was brilliant last season. But when I see his name, my heart sunk a little bit because I was just like, here we go again.
I got deflated when I see the team, if I'm being totally honest. Yeah, absolutely deflated. And let's just say I was proven right at the end, because, and I don't like being proven right whatsoever. Right, I don't like it. But I've seen us set up with like this kind of midfield about at least 5 or 6 times under Arteta's reign, and there's never been one game right where we've come out of playing 3 number 6s and number 8s with any glory whatsoever. And I just don't get it. Now, I don't want to sound harsh on Mikel Merino because I thought he was unbelievable last year, but I think we found his right position last year. I think we found his right position in that number 9 role. And I'm not saying he should be in that role, but that's where his best position is for us. I just don't think, right? And I don't want to be harsh, but when you get into the level that you're getting to, that he should be relied on to play in that centre midfield role in that calibre of game. And I was absolutely astonished when he played 3 number 6s or number 8s or whatever you want to call it. Like, we got Eze, we brought him in for big money. Now, let's get this right, right? Let's not get it deluded. We brought Eze, right? A player who's basically been on absolute top form for his club for the last 6 months, right? He scored the winner in the FA Cup final. He's just gone and won the Charity Shield. Okay, he missed a penalty, but he still performed well. He banged that free kick that was unfortunately disallowed against Chelsea. Yeah, and then he finished off with a good win at home, Crystal Palace. This ain't a guy who doesn't know the Premier League. This ain't a guy who's going to a lesser team. He's going to a better team. So why couldn't he start that game? Why could he not start that game? I just do not get it. I'm sorry, I do not get it.
No.
The guy, right, that's at the top of his game, who was absolutely buzzing and munching to play in this game, and I just felt that Mikel had the best opportunity ever of going to Anfield and getting 3 points and putting a statement out. And I'm sorry, I do put this one on the manager. I'm not calling for his head, just want to make that clear. But I do put this on the manager yesterday. I do put it on the manager because he picked the team and he has to live with the consequences. Now, it's quite coincidental, right, that they actually beat us with a set piece, because that's what our intention was to do, was to beat them by a set piece. And I totally get that we nullified them and like we're probably the best team to kind of keep them down on XG. But I'm fed up with this XG. I'm fed up listening about XG. That's all I heard last year was about XG.
Who cares? I mean,
XG, mate, it's not about XG. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, and we did not look like putting that ball in the back of the net absolute at all yesterday. And let's be honest, right, we brought a number 9 in, someone who's banged in 40-odd goals last season for his club, and he's been totally isolated at Old Trafford and Anfield. And it's not his fault. And he's going to get a lot of pressure built on him, right, because actually, like, he's there to score goals, but it's not his fault. He had no one up with him. And we should be better in that now. Like, we're 5 years into this reign. We should be much better in that. And I think we missed a trick yesterday. And I honestly, right, on Liverpool's perspective, right, that is the worst Liverpool performance I've seen in the first half at Anfield, period. Absolute period. They were absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Don't get me wrong. We weren't much better, but we were better. That was the time to take them. I kind of knew when it got to half time that the second half they'll come out a much better team. It was obvious they were not going to play like that in front of their fans in the second half. Did they deserve to win it? If you look at the second half, probably so, if I'm being totally honest. They did deserve to win it in the second half because we went further and further back. And by the time we made the changes too late, 70 minutes in, them changes should have been made at least 10 minutes earlier. But the goal...
Just going to say that.
The goal is an absolute worldie. The goal is an absolute worldie, right? Maybe Reyes should have been a little bit more over there, but I don't want to criticise like the strike because actually, do you know what? We enjoyed Declan Rice doing it against Real Madrid. That is a world-class strike, and it's worthy of winning any game. So fair dues to the player for doing that, but I just think that we missed a trick, mate.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. 60 million pounds. And like I say, like one of the best form players in the country for the last 6 months to a year. I just don't get it. I agree. And, even if you want to be extra picky, Waneri, bless him, if you wanted to put someone else in the centre three, why not give him a crack? Keep saying, he could be like the next Odegaard. Even like Trossard, I'm just a bit more attacking minded. Because as you said, I mean, just the whole game, Bucharest didn't have a sausage, he didn't get any scraps. He tried, he got, wrongly penalised. But I just getting substitutions. Max Dowman, bless him. Why bring on a 15? I know he's 15, but I just think it's madness bringing him on at the end. Waneri and Trossard must be like, they need a goal and he's relying on a 15-year-old to save the day. I just thought it was very bizarre.
Yeah, no, I don't know what he expected him to do with like 3 minutes and injury time to do. But we were saying yesterday on the watch along, I would change it at half time. But this is Arteta. When did he ever change it at half time? Never. So, but I absolutely agree with everything you guys are saying so far and said yesterday. It's on the manager. This one, it really is. You don't pick a team like that. And expect to win at Anfield. You just don't. You go there to either expect to get a draw or to sneak a goal from a set piece play, which we tried to do. And like you say, Liam, it bit us on the arse. It come back and bit us rightly on the arse. It just, Liverpool haven't been great all season so far. I know it's only 3 games in. And this, like you say, mate, is probably the best opportunity Arteta's had since he's been in charge to win at Anfield. And what's he done when he's had the best chance to finally get a win at Anfield? He fucked it up. He fucked it up. He basically had all the tools in that team to win that game yesterday. When I saw the team, I was exactly the same. I thought, for fuck's sake, like it was literally, why the fuck have we just spent 60 odd million on a player from Palace who's already played against Liverpool, mind you, and put in a fucking performance?
And he's got a good
exactly.
He's got a good record,
and you don't start him. I mean, sure, he's on a high. He's on a massive buzz from joining Arsenal. He's got a point to prove. He's, what a place to do it. And if there was ever a way to just deflate us, and after the excitement of what we've done in the transfer window, is what we saw yesterday. It's literally just, it's basically burst my bubble. Really, to be honest, I'm just so deflated. And today, it was a fucking depressing day. To be honest, it really was.
Yeah,
it felt like we.
It
really felt like we lost a fucking, like, I'll even say it felt like we lost a cup final. It felt that bad, but obviously when you take it into context, it's obviously not that bad. But I just think where it feels that bad is because we had a chance there and we could have won that yesterday, and we fucked it. We basically fucked it, and that's it. Basically, there's nothing more you can really say on the point. He got it wrong, and and he should hold his hands up. And like you say, we can sit here and we can judge the manager. We can do it. Isn't it? We're not calling for his head. We're not saying he needs to get out. But when there is a bad decision or a bad choice, we've got every intention, every right to give our opinion on that. And that's what I've got to say about that.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. And thank you very much for all the messages coming through. BX Gooner, G, Mark Green. I think I might have missed a few others. So thank you very much for all popping on. Trossard wants to leave. I'm not entirely too sure about that.
Nah, he wouldn't have signed a deal.
Zinchenko, I mean, he's a joke. He should just fuck off. But George, it's just so frustrating. I mean, the first half, you could tell it's going to be one of those games. As I agree with what Liam said earlier, Liverpool are really poor. I mean, they're another one, but I mean, I don't know. Salah just doesn't look the same player, and I mean, we defended very well. I mean, we kept them so quiet, and we're very organised. Everyone knew what they were doing, and they couldn't break us down at all. I mean, I see someone's already mentioned about Florian Wirtz. I mean, he is in my fantasy team, so looks like I've jinxed him, which is good news. But yeah, they obviously they signed Isaac a day, but they weren't that great, were they, Jules? They weren't, which makes it even more annoying.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start, mate. As people know, I'm quite an ultra positive fan of Arteta. But even yesterday, when I saw that lineup, I was like, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing? It was quite disappointing. I think just before I move on to the next bit, I think that is the point, like what Jonesy hit the nail on the head, and this is such the big issue I have with the Arsenal fan base is that it's very rare that you can have a comment and a sensible comment of saying, "Oh, Arteta fucked up yesterday." We're allowed to say that, but what I don't like is all the stuff when it's like, he's got to go, and like all that stuff. And it's what I mean is like everyone's entitled to their opinion. Some of them I don't agree with, but I'll tell you about that. But it's what I don't like with our fan base is it's either we're going to dominate and batter every team in Europe when we beat Real Madrid, and then if we lose a game, we're at the top 4 in early September. That's the thing that I can't deal with that. But yeah, on the game, like Jonesy said, I don't think they've been good. I don't think they've been good for a little while, and I think even at the end of last season, they just went with emotions last season. Like, let's be honest, they weren't really that good. Like Salah, he got his contract, didn't he? And he wasn't really bothered after that. But I think it's like what Liam said on Transfer Show. The problem with Liverpool is defensively, they'll let in goals, but what will save their ass is their attack.
Yeah.
We didn't see that as much yesterday because we played like 9 number 6s or whatever it was. But see, I'm trying to understand the Marino situation. Maybe it was trying to smother them, but I would have still, for me, Eze should have been starting that game. Like I don't really understand it, but I when it got to half time, I think I was like you guys. I think I turned to my brother and said, "We're not going to win this," and he was like, "Oh yeah, but it'll be 0-0." I went, "No, Liverpool score at the end." Like, and if Stevie Wonder can see that, mate, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like what you guys said. We was just playing for that, hopefully that goal, like that set piece, and kind of ironically, but in the first half, like I think there was some positives. I will say, like I think it hasn't been mentioned enough about Christian Mosquera having to come on, having to come on 5 minutes after Saliba, and that's something else that, if that's true, has annoyed me with Arteta.
I was going to have a little moan about Saliba. Yeah, I was going to moan. Apparently, he rolled his ankle in the warm-up, and they asked him if he was okay to continue. He was always going to say yes. Let's be honest. But obviously, after a minute and a half, that's one sub gone. And that's an attacking sub.
And that's the only thing that, if that is true, like it's the second time it's happened, because I think it happened with Saka, didn't it? When he asked if he was right and he played on. But yeah, I think Mosquera, I thought, I don't know. I don't know if you guys did. We did. There wasn't a massive difference with Saliba not being there with him.
He was great.
Yeah, he was
£13 million. He looked slightly nervous when he came on, which you would expect. But I thought, you couldn't fault him for anything. I don't.
And I thought, and I will say it, like I thought Madueke played quite well.
He did.
Like,
I didn't realise how fast he was. I didn't know he was that quick. I have to say.
I'm having to see how I like the new name Fartinelli, because I had it. Like, I just have it because he is shit. Like, I don't know. I know I've moaned before.
It was that bit in the first half by Martinelli when he's running through, Kikush is running, passing the ball, and he just kept running, and then just kicked the ball off the pitch. And I'm just like, you just not helping yourself.
He's still running. He's in Glasgow now. Right, but yeah, I think I said it from the start. We was all bitching at the start of the season, said we needed a striker, and if we went into the season with Martinelli and Trossard, we wouldn't win the title. Not much changed apart from the striker.
No,
and that's just being. That's not me being too negative. Like,
everyone
knows my problem, like my issue with Trossard, and not calling him out on yesterday because he obviously wasn't fit. But I don't know. It was just disappointing, mate. Like, generally, I think, like you say, we had a really good chance to go there and get the 3 points, and that it's not even just about the 3 points; it's the statement that it delivers as well. And you've got that, and then Pratt's on Sky Sports, shuts him up for like
that's
a week.
That's the thing. It just feeds more fuel to their fire to get in their little. Arteta's got to win this. Arsenal have to win. Go to Liverpool away and win. You know, no one else has to, but Arsenal have to do this. If Arsenal want to win the title, they've got to do this. The performances like yesterday do not help that, sadly. No. And as you mentioned, Liam, earlier, substitutions I thought could have been made much earlier. You knew the two that were going to come on, let's be honest. And I don't know what it is. I understand. I mean, let's face it, we were all taking a draw at Anfield, a 0-0. We would have done. We all want to win. But just think, could Arteta just go, you know what, let's go for it. And then if we lose, at least we've had a crack. It's tough. It is tough.
I look at the substitutions, that come on, and they just come on too late. Like, we lost control of that game between the 45th minute onwards. Do you know what I mean? In the second half of that game, we just totally lost total control. And you're thinking up to 60 minutes, get the players on. And he brings them on in the 70th, 75th minute. But like even down to the one with Downham, right? What do you expect him to do in 2 to 3 minutes? Yeah, right. And I know he got about 7-8 minutes in the end because of the injury time. But do you know what I mean? It's like you got Trossard on the bench. At the end of the day, he's your best opportunity to score a goal. Like, if you need an opportunity to score a goal, Trossard's your man. Like, I just found it weird that he didn't come on, mate, whatsoever. But it was just, I just felt that we went there for the 0-0. And if we got a set piece, we got the set piece. And in Mikel's mind, it was like, do you know what? We'll shit our way out of here with a draw and all will be well. But the problem when you go and do that, right, you leave yourself open in terms of once they do score, you can't change the mentality. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not, you can't just flick a switch and think, we're going to defend for like 30, 40 minutes. And then once we concede, we'd expect to like them go out and bang a goal. And it ain't going to happen like that. And I just look at that team yesterday, right? And I look at them playing, obviously, a centre midfielder at right back. And we just didn't get at him whatsoever. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say it, and it's harsh. But Martinelli is not the man to take us forward whatsoever. And he's had chances. He's had more than chances. He's had up-team chances. And yet again yesterday, he's playing against a fullback that's not a fullback. And he don't know what to do. He puts his head down and he just runs. And it's like he hopes for the best. And I do feel sorry for him a bit because actually at this point in time, right, I think by putting him in there, he's being made a scapegoat because every time we lose, it's like, well, what did Martinelli do? What did Martinelli do? What did Martinelli do? And I do feel sorry for him a bit, but he's just not at the level. And I think he's one of them players, right? Like what we did to Ramsdale. Yeah? Yeah? We said Ramsdale, we gone above Ramsdale's level. So what do? We sold him.
Yeah.
Well, I think Martinelli's at that same level now, mate. Where, do you know what? We've outgrown him. Well, sadly, we've outgrown him. He's a cheat code. He's good in cup games when you get to the end of the game and you want him to score, just put the game to bed when they poured 11 men forward. You know what I mean? Because no one's going to catch him.
Yeah.
But he'll have one good game in about 10 games, I'd say. He'll have one really good game in 10 games. And you sit there and think, that's the Martinelli. But you know he's never going to back it up. And to be fair, Trossard's pretty much the same, to be fair. But Trossard's got a bit more about him in terms of his input and his output in terms of goals and assists. I'm just intrigued now moving forward because me and George talked about it on the other show. What does he do? Because actually, he probably would potentially look at Saka right wing and Madueke could be left wing because I think Eze is number 10 and that's where he should play. But I don't see anything. But I don't see anything but Eze playing on the left at the moment now because Saka's not going to be back for a while. And the worry with Saka is we've overplayed this guy. I'll tell you what, the club and country are to blame for Saka.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
We overplayed him and we played him for 60, 70 games a season. We heard Mikel a few years ago goes, he's got to play 60, 70 games a season. Well, it was all right playing him 60, 70 games a season, but look what his hamstrings are like now. Mm-hmm. Like, this should have been managed better by a club and country for years. We were seeing him playing every game, going into England, being scapegoated into playing 90 minutes of football while other players were getting rested off. Yeah. This is where, right, managers like Wenger and Ferguson were very shrewd. This is why they pulled their players out of squads because they knew, mate. They knew, right, that these players would not give you the full benefit if they went out to their international windows as well. Whether it's right or wrong, it's a security for the club. And Saka was not looked after for 2-3 years. And now we got a big issue with him. I think we got a big issue with his hamstrings. And I don't think it's as easy as to say, do you know what? We'll wait for him to fit and put him straight back in. Because what will happen is you'll do that and he'll get injured again. Because we rushed him back because of the Champions League semi-final. Obviously so. But I think we're going to have to give him time, and I think we're going to have to, do you know what I mean, bite our bullet with him and keep Madueke at the right wing and let him do what he's got to do out there. But I think you're going to see, personally, Eze play on the left for the moment being until we get Saka back fully fit. But we should not be bringing Saka back now until he is absolutely fully fit and ready to play football and be fit enough to play football and not have these issues with his hamstrings.
No, definitely not. I mean, Jonesy, I'll ask you the question, but we don't know. Well, why do you think we haven't got someone else in to replace Martinelli or at least give him competition? I said this before the show started to him. I said, I understand what's going on with Rodrigo at Real Madrid. He's been on the bench of Real Madrid, getting no minutes at all. It's a very strange one. He hasn't publicly come out and said he wants to leave, I don't think.
No.
It's just very odd.
Yeah, strange, mate. Like, honestly, the only thing I can see is think of is that Arteta thinks Martinelli and Trossard are the answer to that left wing, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they're fucking not. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to be paid the big bucks to realise them two players are not going to win us a Premier League title or the Champions League, unless he's got plans to. I'm just pulling things out the air. Unless he's got plans to maybe try Jesus on the wing when he comes back, like Liam said, Madueke on the right, and then Eze on the left, and then when Saka comes back, eventually Madueke goes to the left. I just feel like how many more chances can Martinelli keep getting? Like he's been shit for at least the back end of last season. I'd say since last Christmas, really, and he hasn't improved. Like if you look at players in that squad, who's the one player who season on season, game on game, is generally not improving? It's Martinelli. Like there's no. Liam says like he had one good game in 10. I can't remember the last good game in 10 he bloody had. The last thing I can remember him doing, mate, for sending me with limbs is scoring that goal against Man City at home. That's the last generally thing I can remember him doing. Real Madrid away. Yeah,
Real Madrid away
they
scored. I mean, the game was already won.
Brian at home last year.
Was it Brian at home?
Brian at home. I'm sure it was Brian at home. He had a really good game. And I knew when he had that good game, he had a good game for the next 10.
Yeah.
That was it.
It looks like it's turned into 1 in 100 or something now. But
last time I don't know. That Chelsea game.
Yeah.
How long ago that was.
I don't know what Arteta's plan is for that left. I know we all want Eze as a 10, but I see Eze playing there, to be honest, mate. Like I really do. Like he's going to have to, yeah. But then if Odegaard don't pick up his form in the middle, what happens there? It's just we've had a great transfer window, and I'm not sitting here and I'm not complaining at what we've done, but it just feels like every time we come out of transfer, there's just this one last bit that we didn't get right or we didn't do. And I know they've put out the new defender, the last piece of the puzzle. He's not though. He really isn't. The left winger was the last piece of the puzzle. I just feel like it's a slap in the face from the admin team. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I just feel it's a great transfer, and don't get me wrong, but I just feel we just needed that last left winger. If we had got Rodrigo, then we would have been sitting here with our clothes off. But yeah, it just didn't happen, did it?
We can do that now if you want. We can still do that.
No,
just like what, echoing what.
Name out. Ademola Lookman.
Yeah,
no one has taken him.
I just was I start having Nelson
turn the nose on.
Just one thing I'll ask you guys: Would you have took the guy from?
Better than Nelson.
Yeah, he's gone to Brentford.
Yeah.
One question I want to ask you guys quickly. Sorry, sorry to jump in, but Kolo Muani, would you have took him from PSG for that left?
No.
I mean, there's a possibility. Don't forget, if Havertz comes back from injury, he goes up front, and they could put Kukuresh on the wing.
Got big breaking news here, guys. Big breaking news here, funnily enough.
Nottingham Forest
working to sign Zinchenko from Arsenal before the window shuts. Forest to agree a loan deal with Arsenal and personal terms in place for the 28-year-old. Deal sheet submitted after Gallon move collapsed. And
before 7 o'clock?
Well, apparently it could be going through, mate.
They've got until 9:30 if they put a deal sheet in before 7.
Where is he going? Forest, did you say?
Forest, yeah.
Go on the Forest.
I did see
Morgan Gibbs White's coming the other way.
Yeah.
I did see the Premier League have said that they've received the record number of deal sheets ever in a transfer window after the deadline. Yeah.
Just with the
do you think Rodrigo might be
stuff.
that one?
Sorry, Brooksy. Just with the Odegaard stuff. I was saying this to Liam. What I don't, and I hope it ain't true, is I think Arteta's he's gonna end up breaking his back to get Odegaard and Eze both in that team. And personally, I don't think that works. I think it's one or the other. So I don't want to be seeing Eze on the left. I want him seeing him at that 10. But I think, like what Jones said, we probably will, because you can't keep playing Martinelli at the end of the day. You've got to And like, let's all be honest, Trossard doesn't know how to start a game. Like, he's better coming on in the last 15, 20 minutes. So
Yep.
it's either Madueke on the left and you put Wanyeri on the right, which I don't think will happen, or it's going to be Madueke on the right and then Eze on the left, and I agree. Like, I think we've just moved on from Martinelli and Trossard. Like, there's enough players that, like, why did we not really push for Morgan Rogers? They're Villa in the mud, mate. Like, why did we not push for Morgan Rogers? I don't get it.
Yeah, I said this morning, George. Why don't we whack in a £70 million bid and see what happens? Yeah,
No, I
you're
just
right.
don't.
I know they've got Harvey Elliott and someone else and Sancho coming in, but
Good player.
we could have cracked on with him.
Yeah, I just unless they're going for him in, like, for me now, I know the transfer window's just shut, but in January there's only one fucking priority, and that is a left winger. And then, like, not just any left winger. They'd go to people like Rodrigo or Rogers or Bradley Barcola from PSG. That's the level we need. Like,
Do you see us doing something in January?
Pardon?
Do you see us doing anything in January?
Well, surely if Rodrigo is still not doing that with Real Madrid, surely someone's.
I don't think we do much, but I think I don't know. I just don't think Berta's the sort of person to come in and, like, he's had a very, very good transfer window, but I think in January, I think he has to go and get that left winger, and I think he will. Like,
Jesus, man.
Well, whether he does, it's up to Arteta as well, isn't it? But I don't think we do much.
That Max Dowman's emergence, I say emergence, but do you think they're really, because I don't know when he turned 16, but do you think start playing him? It's just all of a sudden he just seems to be coming on all the time and doing this and doing that.
He's a massive priority.
Yeah.
So do you think he could well end up being the winger? No.
Not the left winger. Do you know what?
Are they banking on the fact for him to be so amazing that they're going to save himself 100 million, and he could be the next Lamine Yamal? It could be. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, it might not be, but do you think that's what they're thinking, and that's why we haven't got a winger?
Unless they play Saka on the left.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could they move Saka over and then play Max Downham on the right?
Well, why should Saka have to move?
Because I've got to be honest, Downham's fucking ceiling is off the radar, mate. If I'm being frankly honest,
I was going to say he might pull less hamstrings on the other side.
By the time he's 17, he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing week in, week out. Which again, that worries me, mate. Because are we going to overuse this guy? Do you know what I mean? And we don't want another Saka situation. But I'll tell you, the one I worry about is Wanyeri. The one I've said it time and time again on the show, right? Would it be been better off to loan him out to a club this year
to Palace
play football?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't see, apart from the cup games, I can't really see.
He's not going to get on.
No,
Skelly's another one, mate. When's Skelly going to start playing?
I have to say as well, glad you said that.
What they're going to do with him as well.
Calafiori yesterday was superb, I thought. Absolutely magnificent.
It's what you're going to do with Skelly. So what do you do with Skelly as well? Like, because I think he's more of a midfielder.
In midfield, but where's he going to go? We're going to have 10 midfield and 10 at the back. What are we going to do?
No, Coach Lasso formation. But yeah, I don't know.
I just see it as well. Man City got Donnarumma for only 26 million.
Did it go through?
Has that gone through?
Yeah, it's gone through. Yeah, 5-year contract.
Wildcard
GW4. James Trafford is fucking fuming, mate. I mean, I know he fucked up the other day, but he made some good saves yesterday. But yeah, that's not good from an England point of view.
Be on that back for.
It'd be amazing.
I think he's brilliant, Donnarumma. I do like David Ray. I don't get me wrong, but even yesterday he was fucking around. I don't know. I mean, I don't like Gary Neville, but he did make a half decent point. Was that he doesn't understand why we make so many risky passes at the back, but when we're going forward at the moment, we just don't seem to try that. You know.
I've got a question for you all. So obviously we saw like how well we were playing those couple of seasons ago, like how we were attacking. You know, like when we just missed out, like I don't understand why Arteta's changed his mentality of playing attacking football. Or do you think it's more than something than that?
Oh, so apparently seemed to a done deal. Sorry, George.
That's
Is
good.
that?
I don't think we've seen a done deal yet. If I'm being honest, yeah.
No, nothing's on here. I've got Sky Sports News on at the moment.
I ain't had no fireworks.
I've got to be honest, yeah. I know this sounds a bit critical,
Yeah.
but I'm glad to see the back of him.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah,
I don't say that about a lot
him,
of players, but
honest,
it's just something that don't sit right with me. With him,
I'm not going for a
fit in a
naked
good
run
cause when he first come here, and he did pick up a squad, but yeah, I don't know. I think he could have ended up being a bit of a thorn in the camp, mate, if we'd kept him there.
If we're just being honest, I'm fucking buzzing he's gone. See you later, mate.
Yeah, I'm delighted.
What a waste of a squad place. Like he writes in his writes in his book and then writes in his book that his daughter's upset that she can't see him playing. Yeah, you're not playing, mate, because you give the ball away every 5 minutes. That's why you're not playing. Go and play with Edu at Forest and enjoy the playground, mate. See you later.
Love that one, pal.
I was in Bencho. Good to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a good day.
But yeah, the mentality thing is what worries me a bit more, Liam, as well. Like what we've said, like I know people say, "Oh, we'd be happy with a 0-0 at Liverpool," but why should we if we want to win the title?
We need.
That's the thing that worries me.
When we won the titles in years gone by, mate, when we played our major competitor, like apart from the Roof Van Nistelrooy miss, that was a 0-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Like we've always gone to our main competitor and won. So you look at 2002, we won the title at Old Trafford, beating them 1-0. 1998, we beat them 1-0 of Overmars. Do you know what I mean? When we've had to win titles at past, we've gone to our main competitor and beat them, and that's put the confidence in the camp to think, do you know what? We're going to go and win it this year.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe in my head, in my heart, yeah, right. If we'd gone there and beat them yesterday, right, the buzz that would have brought from that, but the belief as well. We have missed a golden opportunity here, right? And we can't keep missing them. That's my thought process. That was such a good chance yesterday. Such a good chance. Like my fan base thought, this is the best opportunity we've got going there. And we sat up with 3 centre midfielders like that. And
I mean, Liverpool were nervy first half. You could sense it in their play. They didn't.
I think this is why it hurt so much, this loss yesterday, because of the opportunity that we had to beat them. That's why it hurts a lot, this one. It really does. And now knowing the fact we've got to go into a fucking international break, not having it, because the best thing you can do is get another game under your belt. We have to wait now for fucking 2 weeks with that still lingering in our heads.
It's gutting, mate. It's gutting, mate. But
I just don't understand what's drastically changed, like from Arteta downwards. We've been, like you see us know that when we beat Man City at home and all that stuff. So you'd think the mentality would change there, or even when we beat, when we got like nearly to 85 points, whatever it was, when we lost the league. But like, I don't understand why we've not grown from that. That's the bit that I can't get my head around, because the players that we've brought in are better.
I just think it's our mentality, mate. I just think it's our mentality. And do you know what? I think it's like, I'll tell you a key thing that was said last year, right, that sticks in my mind is them 2 Declan Rice winners, the free kicks. The first one, he's told not to shoot. He's told to put it across the box. I feel from the management team, we're trying to micromanage these players at times. Let them free. Let them exploit themselves. Let them try. That's what Arsene Wenger was good at in his early days. He would give them players out there. You go out there and you do it. You do it, and they'll make their own decisions on the pitch. Okay, they might have messed up with a Perez Henry penalty, but apart from that, right, I feel like these players are micromanaged as such, and like they're even talking to them about free kicks, shoot it, not shoot it. You should be able to trust your players when they're out there to make the right decisions. And I'm going back to the 44th minute. I'll keep going back to it, to the dying day yesterday, right? Timber had their most brilliant opportunity to overlap the winger who had the ball.
He didn't do it.
And do you know what we did? We slowed the ball down and we played it back. Because I'll tell you what they were told. Don't give the ball away in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't give the ball away. Just see it out to half time. At that point, right, I knew we was going to lose the game, and I shouldn't be thinking that, but I'm like, it's negative. They're like, to win a league, you've got to be proactive, you've got to be adventurous. Okay, you need a back four, but we have got a strong back four. We got the best back four that we've had yet, right? Since the days of Adams, Bowl, Dixon, and Winterburn, if we're being frankly honest, yeah. But we're not trusting our attacking players. We're not trusting our midfield players. We've got the strongest defence in the league. So why should we be ultra defensive?
Yeah, it reminds me of England.
It was serious Southgate tactics.
Southgate. A lot of people said that.
We've got Victor Gyökeres, who was probably on his day one of the best strikers in the world, and at the minute I don't blame it. But the midfield, they don't. I don't see how anyone realistic can have a go at Gyökeres because he's never given any service. Like, where's the creativity in that mid? I know, obviously, yesterday you can't use that as an example, but just generally, like Man United, he was isolated. Then yesterday's isolated. So, what are they in those games? What's the point playing Gyökeres then?
I'll tell you what,
Marino up front.
I'll tell you what, though. I haven't watched him for the first 3 games, George. He's enough put a shift in, though. He gets himself a bat, and he's willing to battle, and he's willing to pull, he's willing to barge, and that's what we need up there. These people say, "Oh, bully boy," or whatever, but we need that. The days of us being called pussies on that pitch are gone because Gyökeres is going to bully some bitches on this pitch. I'll tell you that. And he will get the goals. He will as soon as that team starts fucking learning how to play balls into him. Like I remember Martinelli, he had a perfect opportunity to play Gyökeres in, but no, he runs out of play, as Brooksy said earlier, and he's getting the opportunities. You only have to just watch Gyökeres next time. He's making the runs. All these people pissing their ass off in the comments on, I don't see Gyökeres for 45 minutes. Well, fucking open your eyes then, and don't just watch the cunt who's got the ball. Watch the player who makes runs and gets into the positions and sees the space. You can see what he's doing. It's the players around him not finding him. But no, the boys online, no, didn't see Gyökeres. He's a waste of time. Shut your fucking mouth. You don't know football. Watch the game. Watch players, and you'll see he's doing it. It's the people around him that need to play to his strengths, not him playing to the team's strength.
Some of them are qualified coaches, though, mate. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Hang on, I'm just checking my arsehole if I got my license. Oh, sorry, it's not there.
But I just think, like, something else that I've been thinking of as well. See what you guys think. I think the Rice-Zubimendi partnership, they need to kind of work out, are they going to be a double pivot, or are they going to have Zubi as number 6 and Declan Rice playing as that box-to-box? Because at the minute, I think they're more playing as double pivot, which takes that attacking element away, in my opinion.
They're almost afraid of stepping on each other's toes. They're so close together. Yeah. Especially with Marino yesterday. They're all just so to get... Yeah, there was just no one...
Well, the thing is, he's not number 10, is he? Got 3 of them on the bench.
I'm telling you, Mika Marino's best position is number 9.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah.
Mika Marino's best position is number 9, mate. Honestly, all day long, right? That's his best position. That's the best performances. Like that performance at Real Madrid, mate. That was a masterclass by Mika Marino in Madrid. But you play him in midfield, you don't get it. Like, he got sent off against Liverpool at Anfield. Like, I think of things like this, right? And I think about, like I think one of you said earlier on that Eze has got a great record at Anfield.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some people have positive memories, some people have negative memories. Marino's got a bit of a negative memory. He scored the goal, equaliser, but he then got sent off. Eze's got an incredible record at Anfield.
Yeah.
Just play the right... I look at things like that and I sit there and think, do you know what? Mentality, he's going to be up for it because he's had some great games out down here. I just don't get, right, why Eze didn't start yesterday. And people say, well, he's only just joined the club and all that. Oi, I'll tell you something. Ian Wright...
He's been playing for Palace.
Yeah, but Ian Wright, mate, he got signed, right? We played him on a Wednesday, he banged the goal in against Leicester. We played him again on a Saturday, and he banged 3 in against Southampton.
Yep. There you go.
So there you go, mate. It's not it's not always about, do you know what I mean? Just get them in, just slowly build them in, No, 27 fucking years old, mate. He's an absolute brilliant player. He's at the top of his form. He's just scored the winner at the FA Cup final a few months ago. He's just taken home the Charity Shield as well. I'll tell you what, He deserves to be playing in that team ahead of other players.
And I just think if he's if you
Yeah.
go with a positive attitude as well, like we know Liverpool can score, but we know we can defend as well. Even if the game goes that, I think we have most of the players up front, apart from the left hand side, could probably return in an attacking manner. So if you're positive, go to Anfield. You know that you believe that you can score more than what Liverpool would. Because let's be honest, they might have all these attacking players, but we've got Gabriel and like the back four. So I just think it just goes back to positive thinking, which for some reason Arteta's lost that going away to these big grounds because he has it at home. So why does he not have it away? I don't. I'm not a qualified coach from Kellogg's, but I just don't understand like away from home why it's so different at home. I don't get it.
Do you think he'd have played that midfield if Saka was fit?
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
I think he still go. Like you look when he went to Man City away last season. We played for that 0-0 there.
Yeah.
So I just don't think he truly believes that we can go to Anfield or the Etihad and get a win.
I 100%.
And that's big for me. Like I'm probably one of the biggest Arteta fans, and Arteta sexual as I get called. But like, I just don't believe that he thinks that. Because if he really believed that we could get a result, Liam, why did he not start Eze, or why did he not start Erdegaard?
Liverpool's players would have been so excited when they see that team sheet and sees on the bench.
Yeah, that's what I asked people.
How excited we would have been when we see the starting lineup and Eze's playing. Everyone would have been absolutely buzzing. You know what I mean? Everyone going, here we go.
We was excited when we saw Curtis Jones at right back. And then we see our lineup and then we think, all right, maybe let's step back. Yeah, and that's why I say if Arteta truly believed that, why did he pick 3 number 6s?
Yeah, just
hopefully we'll never see it again.
No.
It reminded me of the person playing at right back again. I won't say his name.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's what it reminded me of. So I'm hoping that's not the new, like seeing, because I felt sorry for Marino. Like it's not his fault, but his best position is up front. Like.
Arteta's got form though. Remember when he dropped Gabriel at the beginning of the season, so he could get someone else in, weren't it?
Yeah.
And then we had, I'm not going to say his name either, but that guy at
he
right
does
back.
Stupid stuff, doesn't he? It's like
he does, yeah.
He tries to be like Guardiola. I feel
he doesn't help himself sometimes. Stuff.
If he just does what he should, like not like we're a dictatorship or anything. If he just played the best team that we possibly have.
Yeah,
most of the time you'd win those games. Like if we went and lost 1-0 yesterday, obviously I'd be pissed off. But if we went for it, we didn't really. Let's be honest, we didn't even really go for it. That's what annoys me more.
He's trying to be too cute sometimes. He's like, look at me, I've done this with this team. Look at
That's like what Liam said. It's the micromanagement.
Don't overcomplicate it.
The micromanaging, mate. Honestly, it's fine. It's like. He's got to release the shackles, mate. Like if he wants to be known as a winner, and he's got every chance of being that winner still. Let's not get it twisted yet, right? It is just one game, like Jones said earlier on. It's easy to get stuck in the mindset, and like we're all deflated. Don't get me wrong, that we've lost there because we all thought we was going to go there and get something, but it's not out of it yet. But the problem now is, as I said to George earlier on, Liverpool are going to get about 90 odd points this year. Signing because you got to think right, not about them playing us, but the rest of the teams. Like most of them are going to shit themselves, mate, going to Anfield.
Yeah, they bend over for them.
They're going to bend over. We've seen this time and time again. We have consistently got to have a season like we did back in 2022, 2023, 24. And that's
that was the year
hard ass, mate. That is a hard ass.
That was the year I was thinking, like, because I feel like the drop off since that season is massive.
It is, and I'll tell you why. It is because of the injuries.
Yeah,
the amount of injuries that we have experienced over the last 12 months, and it's not easing up. And this is what worries me, mate. If I'm being totally honest,
yeah. Well, we've got 6 players out already.
That's crazy, man.
We're basically relying on Man City, Chelsea, Who else is there? I don't really see who else is going to go and beat Liverpool, if I'm being totally honest. They went to Newcastle and already won Newcastle, whether it was lucky or not. Do you know what I mean? So they've already gone there and won. You've got to look at who are the teams. Like Aston Villa are nowhere near the level at the moment to kind of rely on them anymore. So you're looking at probably maybe
Palace,
Palace away, yeah.
But who else is there? I just don't see who else there is. So we've got to beat them, right, and match them now in terms of not just the amount of goals we score, but not losing or drawing games.
The thing that falls into our favour is that Gay deal not going through. Like, I'll be honest, I was probably more worried about that going through than the Isak one, because the biggest hole they've got is defensively, and he would have filled that. But then again, they've got like about 6 attackers that can win on the game. So,
yes, mate, like Isak, people sit. You had a great point earlier on. We can talk about Isak's attitude, but do you know what? The geezer. Let's be honest. The geezer will go and bang 20 goals plus for them.
Everyone. That's what I said. Everyone wanted him before all this. Like, say about what his attitude. What if he acts like
I would have taken him all day long.
If he acts like a dickhead and scores him 25 goals and wins in the Champions League and the Premier League, do you think they care? No.
Mm.
We need to be consistent this year. That's what I'm saying. We need a season like that. So we got to get this big L out of our way now. Mikel needs to understand what he needs to do. But I'm going to put this one here to you guys. Yeah, right. I'll tell you when the defining day is coming up very soon at Newcastle at the end of the month.
Yeah,
we haven't won there for a while, right? For a couple of years, yeah. If we don't go and win there again, the noise is going to get louder.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, the noise is going to get louder.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big game for him now. That's his next. We got Man City, mate, with Donnarumma now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's not given at the moment.
I was going to say we've got Forrest with Zinchenko, but he can't play. So.
Like Man City playing shit. Like we should go and batter them, to be fair. But we've seen what Donnarumma can do already. Do you know what I mean? Like we have to be at the top of our game against City, and then we got Newcastle. This start was bloody hard. So if we can get out of Man City and Newcastle unscathed, then do you know what? We might be really confident again. And maybe that might be the moment for that team to think, we've gone to St James's Park and won. Now we got confidence that we can go and do it. But they've got to go and win at Newcastle.
It's like you said, though, he's got to play that positive football. So like when we're back against Forest at home, we need to be seeing that free-flowing football, but then that's got to follow through to the away. I don't get it right. I know, obviously, tactics and stuff changes. You can't always play the way that you want to sometimes away from home. Like the Man United game, we probably didn't want to play like that. But that's no different. I don't think that's any different, the tactics in that game to the Liverpool game. That's what worried me a bit. Because we should have gone to Man United and battered them. They're awful. But we just went for that one goal win, and that's what they was hoping for yesterday. Like, if that was the other way around, it's a completely different show, isn't it?
Game and lose. Yesterday, I'd have rather we gone for the game and lost, because actually, I know you know what, we went for it. I'd have rather lost that way, to be honest, because I know we can play this way. Show me that you can play another way. Show me that you can go there and actually, do you know what I mean? Take control and say, no, we're the best team in England now. Get back in your seats.
Yeah, because the way we go there with our attitude is that we don't really believe it.
They had a flag up of him. Mugging him off, mate. Months ago.
Yeah.
Like, if there was ever a time and a moment to go there and stick it right back down their throats, that was the time.
Yeah.
Oh, it frustrates me. It really frustrates me.
Yeah. Well, let's quickly talk about a transfer window before we disappear.
11 out of 10, so Zinchenko's gone.
Yeah, that's good news. So, obviously discussing our transfer window. I mean, I'll put it all to you. I mean, Jonesy, I'll start with you. What's been your favourite signing of ours?
Eze has to be Eze, 100%. Just from the fact that obviously he's obviously from us originally, and he's come back to do his job, almost joining the mob down the road. I don't know if you guys have listened to Ian Wright on that Gary Neville shit that he does. it was done basically with the Spurs thing. It was literally done. From what Ian Wright was saying on that show, and if, like people said, if it wasn't for the Havertz injury and Arsenal that phone call, we wouldn't have had that buzz either. So obviously that's the highlight for me. Obviously getting in a striker of Gorkarez's scoring ability has been great. It's just obviously getting players at a higher caliber than what we have, and we're not settling for less than what we've got. Every player we've brought in is a step above than what we have in the team. And I think that helps a lot, especially this new defender as well. I didn't know nothing of it. I'm not going to sit here and preach like I know and watch German football, but I just watched a couple of bits of him earlier and stuff like that. But he looks the business. He looks like he's going to get stuck in as well, which we need. But yeah, no, happy with the business he's done. Just that last bit, like I said, the left winger would have been the icing on the cake. But hey, you can't have everything, can you?
Nah.
You can't.
Apparently not. And you, George, what's been your favourite? I mean, mine has been Big Victor, because obviously it's been ages since we've had a proper striker. But as Jonesy said, it's just that slight disappointment we haven't got.
Yeah, I think that's why for me it's an 8 out of 10. Because I think if we get that left winger that we've been saying that we desperately need, I get people saying, "Oh, you can't have everything," but I want everything. So just like we wanted a striker, we got it. We needed a left winger, we didn't get it. So, but generally, I think like you guys have said, the deals we've done, I think they're quite good deals. Like Christian Mosquera, I think he's going to be absolutely brilliant. If to be honest,
yeah, 13 million still. 13 million.
I even like the signing of Kepa, mate.
Solid. No, you're right. It's solid. Yeah.
Obviously, if Raya keeps thinking he's on Strictly Come Dancing, like sometimes, like there could be a chance that you see Kepa play some go, and I think that's what we need to see. Eze, obviously, I love that signing. Trying to figure out. I think give a bit of. Yeah,
Christian Norgard.
I think give a bit of time with Zubimendi, and I think you'll see why teams like Real Madrid, Liverpool, and all that want him. I think we've seen glimpses of it, but I just think for that to work, Declan Rice needs to remember, like, just you're going to be having to start playing as a box-to-box number 8, sort of like that Xhaka role, because having 2 defensive midfield, because that's what it kind of hits me at the minute, is that we have 2 defensive midfielders, and that's when you lose the kind of the attacking element for me. Like we've seen what Rice can do, but who's my favourite? I'm going to do it for shits and giggles, just because I'm a twat. Nomi Madueke.
Why not? He played well.
Just because most of our fan base hate him as well, so why not?
They're just fucking idiots. And Leo, quickly, obviously with the outgoings, obviously it looks like Zinchenko's off to Forest on loan. Zambi Lokonga finally went to Hamburg. Fantastic.
It's a McDonald's out there.
Reece Nelson's gone on loan to Brentford. And to Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
He's still stuck with him.
Yeah, Hamburg.
Yeah.
No, he's gone as well. Oh, God bless.
Well, he went there as well,
Hamburg,
did he?
Yeah. So that's 4.
Yeah. Have they got shares in Arsenal or something?
And Kyrgios's gone to Porto. Has that gone through? Yeah, so that's 5 players. I mean, I will give Kyrgios a good bit of credit, because last season he stepped up and you couldn't fault him at all. Good luck to him. I hope he does very well. The rest of them I couldn't really care less about. But yeah, so you pleased with that? I mean,
I think
they're the players that most people want to go, and they've gone. It's just annoying.
I think you've got to realise, right, that it weren't an easy job for Berta in terms of the outcomes. And I'll tell you the reason why is because he's clearing up Edu's mess. Like, you look at the wages that these guys are on, Zinchenko, like 180k. You're looking at Nelson, he's not even 100, isn't he? Like, these no club's going to go and buy it, then go and pay big money for them when their wages are like that. And this is why you're going to see that they're all going to obviously go out for loan deals. Well, they will get a bit of money from on each loan deal, but actually they won't get much money. And this is the kind of mess that Edu did leave us in. And I'll be honest, I never really understood why we was giving like players like Nelson and Eddie Nketiah, the big pay rises they did. Do you know what I mean? Because we got out of jail with Eddie Nketiah, if we're being totally honest, in terms of the fee that we got for him. We got a pretty good fee. But when you look at Reece Nelson and the money he's on, like, why would a club go and buy him? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not totally Premier League proven whatsoever. Like, yeah, he's had moments. He's had an incredible moment for us. But when's he consistently played in the Premier League? When's he played game in, game out? Do you know what I mean? So I think Bert was up against it. And you got to look at it. These are all Edu signings, or Edu/Arteta signings, like the Lokongas, like the Fiera's. Do you know what I mean? Like the Sinchenkos. Obviously, Reece Nelson's a little bit different, but I think Bert has done the best that he could do out of that. Now, the one for me, I'm glad we didn't lose. Like me and George had a bit of debate about this one. Was Jesus? I actually think he's still got something to offer us. And don't sleep on. That's all I'm going to say is don't sleep on him. Yeah,
quality player, Liam.
No, but do you know what? Don't sleep on him, because actually he could be one of them players that could potentially go out to the left-hand side.
The only thing with Berto I don't agree with is the Trossard pay rise.
I think there's more to it.
But is that actually true? Yeah, because there's a few people saying.
I wonder if there was something. I don't see, that we've given him a pay rise for something that's not in his contract. There's obviously something in his contract that says he gets that pay rise. Now, whether we don't know what that contract is.
Well, he could still be off. There's a Turkish transfer window.
There's no way we've decided, you know what, we're just going to give you another pay rise. There's something somewhere, right, where in that contract, if he was going to get another contract or whatever it was, or whether they're going to get it for another year, he had to get the pay rise. And maybe the club thought, do you know what I mean? We're not going to get the left winger this year, which is apparent now. We'll just sign him up for another year, then we'll let him go next year. I don't know. I think it might cost us a little bit not having the left winger, but we have got the good thing is we have got options. It's not we ain't got to just rely on Martinelli or Trossard. Do you know what I mean? There is Ede and there is Jesus when he comes back fit. Yeah, like I've got to be honest, them two players will be in front of Trossard and Martinelli for me to play on the left wing.
Yeah, for me, Martinelli and Trossard for me now are probably third and probably fourth or fifth choice now. Like I know I not disagree, but we had different opinions about Jesus. But I think if Jesus can come back, as we know, he offers so much more than Martinelli or Trossard does.
Yeah,
because you could even play like him just behind as a false nine, just behind Gyökeres as well. And I think that's what people sometimes or
imagine Eze and Jesus on the left hand side.
Yeah,
a fully fit Jesus.
Yeah.
I tell you
that it's so annoying. He finally hit a bit of peak form.
Yeah, hat trick.
And thought, here we go. And it's so unlucky because
he was unlucky. That injury was well unlucky.
Yeah. Very unlucky. He was actually hitting form, and you just don't know if he'd stayed uninjured. You just don't know. He could have backed in another 15 goals and won us the title. You don't know. It's just one of those unfortunate things. Right.
I really hope, mate, that he comes back and does something because I won't forget what he did when he first came here. I thought he was unbelievable. But I still think after what he did last year, and he come back and he got his confidence back, he's capable. He is a player who's capable of scoring 2 or 3 goals in one game.
And he's coming back and playing with better players.
Exactly. He's going to be
great to play with Eze, as you said, you know.
Him and Eze can absolutely click them two.
Yeah, no, I agree.
On that tantalising thought, we'll leave it there because we'll have to finish on a positive because otherwise we'll just be sad and depressed because we've got to watch England again, play Andorra again.
I don't watch that shit, mate.
I mean,
fucking hell.
Well, luckily I'll miss it on Saturday because name drop. I'm going to the BBC Radio 2 party in the park in Chelmsford on Saturday. I'll be watching Brian Adams and Belinda Carlisle.
Belinda Carlisle, there's a glass of the past.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Heaven's a place on earth.
Yeah, it was great.
It certainly is. Yeah, circle in the sand. I'll be there, take my clothes off. Yeah.
The Chelmsford, no.
Hold on. Well, so we'll wrap it up there before it descends into thank you everybody for your lovely comments. I might not have read them all, but I do see them and very much appreciate anyone that's bothered to come and found us to know you've enjoyed it and trying to put a smile back in your face after a trying weekend. You can all relax and just, go watch a bit of non-league football if you're bored. At least you ain't got Arsenal to worry about for the next week and a bit. Jonesy, George and Liam, thank you very much for joining me on this miserable Monday evening.
Cheers, mate. You made it
No worries, mate.
brighter. Cheers.
And thank you very much. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much and good night.
Night.
Night.